หวัดแล้ว
Hi everyone. My name is Cassini. Today I will talk about promises. But before we talk about it, I would like to talk about callback health first because we use promise to solve the callback health, like nested callback function. So you can see on the picture, this one on the right side, if we want to get an image and then we have to get the image first and then we will compress it and then we want to apply a filter before we save it. So first we will have to get the image. Whoops, sorry. And then we'll have to check for the error if we get it or not. And then if we get it, after that we will compress the image and then again we check the error and then we'll apply the filter and then we check the error. Like it's like a lot of steps. But if we use promise, it's look cleaner and it's only do one check error. So it's easier to read. And this is like the link that if you like to look further for the callback here and the whole thing, you can just go to that. But this is just like an overview for the callback because we're going to talk about promise. It's only promise solve a lot more than just the callback help function. But yeah, we just talk about this first for now. Okay, so we heard a lot that promise is like an object that used as a placeholder when we fetch data or when we do something out of the, like asynchronous, right? But we don't actually really know what this is mean. Like you can't really see the picture, so I will show how it works and show the picture and you can see it clear. So promise is an object that contains the status and a value. It actually not just two properties or two object. It has more than that. As you can see in this picture, you see the proto, which is it contain some other function, right? But we will talk about that later. Promise has, like I said, status, which is they have three status, three states, pending, fulfill, and rejected. Pending is when we callback function and then we send it out, like if we use set timeout, we send that function to run in a web browser API and then we can do some other thing. But while we on the pending state, we already get back some data. It's just like a placeholder data. It's nothing in there yet. It's just like pending. And then when we fulfill, we will get back value. And the same if it's if we didn't get the if it's not successful or if it's failed, it will be a reject state, which is will send us back an error. We won't get the value. The first time that if we see in this picture, if we say new promise and pass callback function in, you can see that the status is pending and the value is undefined because it's just a placeholder. We don't get the value back yet. Okay. And callback promise actually take two arguments, which is result and reject. The result is when it's the method that call when promise is successful, when it's fulfilled, and you get the result back. And the reject is another method that it will call when it catch the error or something went wrong. This is like the example. You can see that it says the promise take two callback function, right? Two arguments. And if it's result, you will get the data. But if it's reject, you will get an error. You will get one of each. I mean, you will get only one, either result or reject, right? Am I right? Okay, this is the example. So we'll say that we want to get the image, and we will return promise and pass two arguments, which is result and reject. So if the image is loaded and everything went fine, result will get back the image and we will get the data back. That means it's fulfilled, right? And if the image did not load or something went wrong, we will get back the error because we don't get the data. So you can see that a promise got returned with the value of the parsed data, just like we expect, because we pass the we try to get that image and we got it back over here. But how are we gonna get the data back? How are we gonna access to the data? We have three methods to get the promise value back, and we use it. So the first one is .then. It's the method that will get called after the promise result, and .catch will get called after the promise reject or we have an error. Finally, we get called whenever the promise result or reject. I haven't used finally, so if anyone know how this is work, we can talk about that later. So you can see that it's much more cleaner, and this one, so basically we say that we get the file, and then then we'll see if we will get that image back, right? If not, we will skip this slide and we'll go to the next slide and say catch, something went wrong, we get the error back. And then this one, finally, probably like the last thing to check if everything, if either we get anything, we just say it's done, right? Whatever we want to pass.
It's finally, it will run no matter what.
No matter what, okay.
No matter what, it's successful or not successful, it will run no matter what. So it's kind of like to help you.
It's kind of like the end, right? Let's say like we end of this.
Yeah,
and
maybe
also
you want to do something right after this done. You do finally. Like either it's resolve or reject. You still want to do this, so you have finally.
Right. So if you don't use finally, you will have to do duplicate code inside both of then .then or .catch. For example, you will have to write code console log all done inside .then, and then code of console log all done inside dot catch. So it's kind of like avoid duplicate because you have to do it anyway.
Okay. Oh, it's like catch that we don't have to do like a lot of catch error, like
No,
in a
it's just
callback
like-
here.
Just like
No,
for the
finally,
result.
for like the use case, basically, most of them, for example, like if you open some connection to the database, right, and then once event is reject or resolve, you don't care, but you
You
have
want
to
to
close
close
the
it.
connection, right? So
Mhm.
that's you put it.
That's
in
kind
the
of way
finally.
the way that you said it's done.
Yeah.
It's something you always want to do, either if it's resolved
So
or
I
not.
know what the result will be.
How come I never seen it? Like
So if you don't
In a
if you
code.
don't put finally, you
Mhm.
will have to put console log inside dot then and then console log all done inside dot catch. So you have to duplicate
to
code.
both.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah, to both. But because a lot of time maybe we don't need to do like the duplicate, like it is because when you solve something and then you want to do something with that data, and then when it's like something error, you want to maybe just to log the error out and nothing duplicate between dot then and dot catch, then you don't need to use finally. So
Okay.
it's nothing duplicate like operation between these two.
Yeah.
Okay, I found this thing, this what do you call it? The visualize, and I feel like it's clear, and I want to put it in here so we can see. This is for dot. Then when we get back the value, we'll put in dot after dot then, so we can console log. So we can use that value that we get back from the promise, right? And next one is dot cache. And if this data is rejected, the value will be error. So we'll use cache to cache the error. And it will show because we put console.log error right here. So you can see on the terminal here that it error could not get the image. And this is how we, it's kind of like the same that we were talking, but this one PK sent me, and I think it's good to see like how many way that we can access to that value from promise. So the first one, you can use two callback function inside inside the dot then, and I don't know, this is how it look like.
When the promise is fulfilled, what is it?
Yeah, instead of dot then and dot catch, you can just pass
You can
the
just
first callback is will receive
Yeah, and
value.
then
The second callback will receive the error when it rejects.
And
I think
the
it's
second
different
one is the
syntax,
one that
yeah.
we usually use, right? That we see it often. So it will be like promise dot then, and then pass the callback inside, and then dot cache to pass the error callback inside. So we will look into
like
the
that.
dot the second method, the second approach, because we see it more often. When we use this chain like dot then dot cache, the promise will if it's resolved, it will just oops,
Promise.
how to get back. Okay.
Just go.
It will only show, it will only do something in the dot then, but it won't do anything. It will skip the error because we don't have error, right?
Yeah, because we didn't define the reject.
And if something went wrong or we don't get the value back, we will skip it, and then we will have the error. Oh, because of over here, yeah, because we passed that in, right, to promise. We said a promise is reject.
Because this promise is always reject.
Mhm.
If
Because
that's what we see here.
but you
Because we never define resolve.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
On
So
the other hand, can you go back to the
the
last
same.
slide?
This one
Yeah.
is result.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually when you create a promise, usually you define both.
resolve and reject to make sure that you get all that.
Yeah, so the
So
user
this
when they
this
use
way,
this
if
promise,
I
they know if it's
Even
Oh,
for
because-
example, to show how resolve get back and how reject get back, I think.
Yeah, I think
like that.
it's true.
Yeah, because it's mean like if it's resolved, it will go to the dot then, right? If
Right.
it's reject, it will start.
Yeah.
reject go
Yeah, I
to
think it's
error dot
advantage of
catch.
just
But
keep
what
it-
if we have because the status cannot be both, right? That's why we
Yeah,
do
it's either.
one
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, but when you define the promise, usually you
Oh.
must have both. Usually you have both.
Like
but what it
this.
will return, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
It depends on the condition.
Yeah.
It depends on what we get back from
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
from the callback function.
You not get back from any data.
If you get the data, it will return resolved. If you don't get the data, usually, but we have to write that. You know, we have to write the condition like when you reject, when do you resolve.
So it's like when you go, it's like it will go like to fulfill first, and then it will go like reject or resolve, right?
No, like if we can write something like this: if data resolve.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's like
resolve,
what about
and then
fulfill?
data.
Yeah.
Fulfill is resolve.
Fulfill is when
The same
when
thing.
we get back the data.
Else, if it's no data, we do reject.
Reject.
Mm.
And then error.
And then it will go to dot cache.
Yeah.
Error, we write it. We write it.
Whatever the
own.
message. Yeah.
Yeah, the message that we want to say like, oh, that no data.
Mm-hmm.
That's the error that they will get in dot cache.
I mean, that's the logic that you can do.
And again today we'll do the execution context. Our favorite.
Constant execution.
So are you guys ready?
Give first.
Nobody.
Oh, all right.
The first one is the
I
easiest one.
I have to go watch the
Okay.
video that you guys talk
The-
about this.
We will run
next weekนะกิฟ
Next
execution
week,
context จะได้เข้าใจ so you understand.
so
First.
are you ready? Okay. So we'll do this one first. The first one. First, what we're gonna do at the first slide, gift.
The go.
So the display function will
First,
be in,
we'll do global, right?
global
We'll put the global
in global
in the
execution context
Mhm.
and go to like call stack and then display.
We open the global execution context. And then now we go inside this global execution context. What we do next?
who you ask gift เหรอ
Gift.
เก็บอ่ะโอเค
If โดนหนัก
กูโดนจังเลย
ดีแล้วมึงจะได้จ
What we do with the first line.
yeah, but you didn't execute this line yet because it's like you have
Yeah,
to
what we do.
You're right.
What we do.
so we put in a global memory.
Mhm, what we put.
We put function display.
Display.
What is that called?
What we put. What we
What we store.
what we
Or
store
restore, yeah.
in a display. What is
Display
it?
function.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a function
function
definition.
Oh, function
definition,
definition.
Mm-hmm. Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alice, do you want to try next?
Sure, I try. My guess is you have the, okay, you declare the variable const and
Mhm.
have the name of future data. You're going
Mhm.
to put in the global memory future data,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and
What's-
then you still as
What's the value of it?
fetch, right?
Do
the
we know?
promise.
No.
We don't.
asynchronous.
We don't.
Yeah,
we
we don't know
yet.
yet. So it will be undefined for now,
Undefined.
right?
Yeah.
Putting
And
Okay, so that's
Right,
equal to undefined.
Undefined.
because it's waiting for result call of fetch, right?
Yeah.
Fetch is function call because it's parenthesis.
undefined, you know.
So while we're waiting for the result, it's holding
Uh-huh.
undefined for now.
So now what we do next, Noon?
That's the thing. But is it the fetch it asynchronous?
Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah.
kind of confused.
This
Last
is-
time you guys.
Well,
This
we will
is
see.
very interesting.
Yeah,
You-
it's
you
really
skip-
something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Good,
new.
good. Damn it. So but basically this is the fetch is already invoked, right?
Right. It's invoking.
Yeah.
And it's
So
it's turned out, yeah, because then it's turned out that it's asynchronous. It will move to the web browser.
so we will
you skip many things.
we
What happened when you invoke a function?
It's open the execution context first
mhm.
Before that,
and put on the call
Call stack.
stack
yeah.
the fetch function.
How do can I just say like this?
Fetch.
Fetch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So this is
it
fetch.
open the execution context, and then it found out that it's asynchronous.
Mhm.
It will
Mhm.
move that thing execution to web browser API,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and it pop out of the
Exactly.
stack because it will not block.
So we'll send this thing to here, right? What we sent. Where do we send first?
A web
Last
browser.
time, yeah. Last time we sent set timeout
Mhm.
in the timer, right? But
Mhm.
this time it's the HTTP thing. So we will put it in the XHR,
Uh-huh. Except
right?
request. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
XHR request.
Mhm.
Okay, so in a web browser, we'll have we will check is it complete
And on complete, right?
and on complete.
Mhm.
Yes.
Almost forget.
and when we send the promise, this is like the promise, right? We send it out. What we get back?
Pending.
We get back the promise object.
The
Mm.
stakeholder.
So here will be
it will
send
have
that
pending
promise.
status, right?
Yeah. So right at undefined, it's now it's be promise object.
That's
At the future
promise.
data.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. And we will have status.
Pending.
Status is pending.
Mhm.
And wait, can you delete
Okay.
value? We'll have the
Value.
value. What the value for now?
Undefined.
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 Undefined. So when we go in here, what they do in the web browser,
Where?
when we send the HTTP to the web browser,
Mhm.
they send
It sent the
Um,
request
the request
Mhm.
to the
to
server.
To the
to the
Twitter.
server. Yeah.
and then we wait to get back the value.
API, right?
And
So it's not done yet at the first min. So not done yet. So we'll move on to the next one.
that
And
we
then we
have to
get
pop-
this pop.
wait,
Yeah.
and what
So
about
we
callback?
garbage collection.
So in this case, we don't have like callback queue, right?
Not yet.
We're
Not
not
yet.
done yet.
Not
It's
done.
not
It-
done yet.
it's-
It
it's
has
not
to
done
come
yet.
first.
You see that it's checked. It's complete.
This one is false. Still
It's
false.
still not
done.
complete yet.
When
We
it's
don't get
done,
the value back yet.
You can go.
So we'll move on to the next slide.
Who is next? Not me.
Bay.
Next line, future data dot then
Mhm.
display. Future data is like dot then. Remember we just learned dot then is when it's resolved.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fulfill.
I think it has to wait for this because it's a async.
Mhm.
So it wait if we get the data from here, if it's fulfilled, then
So we'll first put the future data in execution context, right?
so wait, so
Future
this is
data dot then.
it should be on the call stack too, right? It's a function.
Dot then, yeah.
Yeah.
Future data
And then
dot
we
then.
open the execution context.
Future data dot then. And this is a. Do I put display here? Display. Right?
And then we have the
Mhm.
this, right?
Mhm.
And then we display is a callback function.
Mhm. So dot then is one of the method in the promise object that we get back. So we have it over here. On fulfill, right? On fulfill. Fulfillment, something on fulfill. It will put that display function in here. Okay, so, but we wait.
Yeah.
We don't get the data back yet, right? So we have to wait. We cannot do anything. So we'll pop this out of the call stack. And then what we do next, Shia. What to What we do next? The next slide.
The next one is gonna be console log, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we put console
In
execution context in the call stack. Yep. And then it's gonna console out the me first.
So we open the
Okay. We open the
Execution.
console execution context.
Mhm.
And then it's gonna print out me first to the console.
First we have to see what's in there, right?
In the console log.
The parameter.
The parameter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the argument is me first.
Yep.
And then Kevin log out.
Print it out.
Print it out here.
And it's finished. It's pop out.
It's a garbage collection, console execution.
Yeah.
And then
we're done with that. Then we pop out.
stack.
So now, what we do next, Dylan?
Oh,
Dylan?
Yeah, I'm kind of lost right now. So what is fetch?
I think he can observe. I think he can
Okay,
observe.
sorry.
Can you hear me?
Funny.
This is hard.
Yeah, we can hear
It's
you.
not a front end version.
Does fetch return a promise by default? How come we don't have the async?
Because we
before?
use dot then, right?
But then we'll have to wait It's
No,
like a
but what does fetch return? What does that do? It returns,
Promise,
so
fetch
fetch
return
already,
promise.
oh, so it already returns a promise, right? So normally, because normally I think you have to put like a sync before for it to return the promise.
No, you can
But
do
you don't
dot
need it.
then
But
dot then
you-
or async.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, dot then is to unwrap the promise, right? So,
Right.
okay, so fetch already returned a promise by default.
Well, dot then is basically waiting for the value from the fetch anyway.
Right,
Right.
right.
Okay. So next, gift หรือพี่เคสจะร่วมด้วย พี่เคสไว้
พี่เคด้วยพี่เคด้วย
พี่เคส พี่เคส
หลับ
So web browser just keep waiting for to check. It's keep checking if we get the data back. If we get the data back, and then when it get the data back, then
Let's
that
say
will
it's
be
in 5 milliseconds.
5 milliseconds, and now it's so when we get the
Oops.
data back, it will be on complete.
So we get like hello back.
Hello
We
back.
get hello back. And now the complete is done. What we do with it.
Done.
What
And
we
then
put.
when complete done, it will get the whatever callback that pass in dot then put inside micro task queue because it's promised.
Basically,
so
we
it's-
have to update first, right?
Oh, update.
Mm.
Okay.
So we will have
Okay, update.
So we have to update the status first because
Status.
we got back the data. Now the
Yes.
status is
It's success, right?
fulfill.
It's
Or resolve, or fulfill,
Resolve.
whatever.
Fulfill or resolve, yeah.
the same. It's fine. And the value, now what is the
Value
value?
is hello.
Hello, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
hello. And now when we get back here, what else in there? Nothing, right? Okay, so we'll put this thing in micro task
Micro
queue.
task.
Why we put in there not callback? Who knows? Anybody
It's
know?
a API call
Because, yeah,
Because what? Sorry.
because it's an
Because
API
it's a-
call.
It's a promise.
It's
yeah,
a promise.
because we
Yes,
use
it's a
fetch.
promise. Promise is has the priority.
priority.
Micro task is a priority. First priority. After that, we'll do callback queue. So now we put it in here.
I have a quick
So
question.
all the promise will go to micro task, right?
We put the whole
Yeah,
object or we
all
put
promise.
just the value?
We'll
The
put
whole object.
everything.
The whole
We'll
object.
put everything and everything in there. We'll put everything is in here, right?
Right.
Sorry.
So
I heard
display,
Dylan have questions.
yeah, so that function display takes in a parameter data, right?
Right.
When you call it in the dot then, you're not passing any data through that function.
No, you receive it from fetch data. I think
That's true.
What's
Oh,
that?
this
No, wait. So when it's on complete, it's done. We update everything. So we'll pass that in there. But because this is the update for this one, right? We only update that and that, but we already have the fulfill
Order.
that has the function that we ready to invoke. So we'll pass that function, which is play. What is it? Display. Sorry, function. We ready to display. We're ready to invoke it. So what we do next?
I have
How
a
we know
question.
that we ready?
Because we already got the
Status.
Because
the
event
value
will
back.
what-
Nothing in the go in the call stack.
Right. Nothing.
Yeah, it's
nothing
clear.
else
No
besides.
more, yeah.
Nothing
we
in
can
the
do this
call stack.
now.
So I mean event loop.
No, I mean that we ready to invoke, but we have to check first if
Right.
anything still in call stack.
Right.
If we have to run any other code,
Mhm.
the synchronous codes or whatever before that. So now we don't have anything in call stack, right? So the event loop will check if we have something else to run in the micro task and callback queue, but we check the eval loop will check the micro task queue first, and now we have the function definition, the function display that already come back with the status, with everything and the value. So we'll do that. Okay, we'll put display in a call stack.
So
Okay, Nun, you want to go first?
No, but
You go.
I can follow the.
Okay, so what we do next, Noon?
I have a question before you move on.
Okay.
For in this case, the filter data dot then, and then it's pretty much you passing the function display in dot then function, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then whatever the
Take callback.
response is going to. Okay.
The display callback function, right?
yeah, it's a callback.
Oh, that's passing a function itself.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
the
How
display.
about
calling the function. Oh,
if
okay.
we
Yeah,
not
it's-
passing the display function, if we get a response, that means the response is going to go in the micro task queue, right?
No, every promise function that done in the web browser will go to microtask because it has a priority. Last time that we said
Yes, but my question is, if we not passing to the function display, if usually we do filter data dot then, and then we function and then we have rest whatever we store in.
yes,
That's-
but then
No, but in dot then it takes a
It's-
callback.
callback. Yeah.
It has to be a function anyway. You remember when dot then we get the value, the rest, and then we console log rest or whatever, you know.
And you
Also
see that we
cache
have
take the error.
future data and then dot then, right? So we do something with that promise because when we fetch, we get back the promise object.
From it.
Yeah.
That one we have.
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I kind of can like they explaining. Can you like explain further, because I kind of see the picture when they is explaining.
Yes. Display. Look at this. What is display?
Uh-huh.
It's
Mhm.
basically
It's a function.
a function.
Uh-huh.
Can you go back to the slides before where we have dot then? Can you move back?
Is
So far I
everything
can
gonna
see.
be? Oh.
No, I can do. Yeah. No, I cannot.
Can you just write it down?
Go back a little bit. It's
Just
okay.
go.
So far I can see because she understand before. See, this is that's what this one is fine. Okay, this one is fine. You see dot then it take a callback function. The display is exactly the same. It just change image to data.
Gotcha. Okay.
Dot then and dot cache always take a callback function.
Mhm.
So you always
Right,
pass a
callback.
function, but you
how you
this one
configure.
this one you define inside, but that one you
But
define
you take it
outside.
out and then you just put past the definition, the definition of the function.
The name of the function.
You can literally just do the display dot then display like run like what is that
You
called?
can do
Callback function,
inline.
inline, yeah.
Yeah,
Inline
inline.
That.
function or reference function
Mhm.
definition.
And now we can go back to that slide.
Yeah, here we go. See?
Yeah,
Okay.
see, it just basically just get the data,
Yeah.
the response or the image.
Or you can do just display
whatever.
arrow function, console log
Yeah.
display,
Uh-huh.
data, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, can do that too.
So it's basically the same.
Example, like when you fetching the data in React and then you store whatever it come back, right? And then you still add a state.
Usually you do like rest like this, right? And then
Yes.
arrow, and then you open, maybe you like set state inside the callback function. We do set state rest dot data or something like that, you know. But it's the same thing, is a callback function. So you can move everything into the display. And then you just pass the name of the function here.
Oh, okay.
Instead of
I see.
inline
Instead of
callback,
inline.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
refer to by name.
It's pretty much like when we do in the past, like when we have .then and rest and the callback function that is inline, but well, like okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm understand now.
Okay, who wanna go next?
Noon.
Yeah. Display. We open the execution context for display.
And then it's open the display execution context.
We should delete this one first because we already put in call stack, right?
And then it will go to the display and will look at to the parameter. It's called say data. And it will say console log data. It's just like, it's just data in there. It's no. So then it's go out of the.
We have to put a console.log in a
console.log. Yeah.
So
and
what's the data first? What's the data that we got back?
Yeah, so it will go to see where is the data come from. It from where what? Oh yeah, it's from that display.
I'm not sure. I think the data should be the whole object.
Right? Like that.
Usually when we get rest, we have to dot.
Like this.
Yeah. So we dot data.
We get the
let
whole
dot data.
object.
Let the status. Right. You can do
Status.
that. Yeah. So it will be the whole object. So it will console log data hello status.
The whole
this
object.
data basically the value, but they changed the name in the function, right? That we gave it a name at data, but we actually sent the value.
If you want to do hello, it has to do data dot data. To print hello.
Dot value.
No, dot data.
Data because the key.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
So usually this one is that's why it's rest. You know, it's a response.
The whole response
usually an object, and then
have a lot of
data inside.
Okay.
Or like sometimes you have to do JSON, JSON stringify or something.
Rest.json น่ะเหรอ
Because when you get in JSON, and JSON is an object.
So you have to pass. You have to change it.
You have to pass
to the JavaScript so it can read. I mean, it can use that.
It can use So you can do data.data when it's a JavaScript object.
Okay, so now we console.log and what we get from that. Console.log data.
Object.
Hello.
Okay,
no,
so
it's
we
an
get
object.
Object.
The whole get an object. Object data hello.
Of that placeholder that you write on the global memory.
Is that right?
Because
is that right?
Okay. No,
but it's only send data back.
So I think because when you tweet, right, when you fetch tweet and then you say tweet send you a single value, which is now it's just a string of hello. Usually it kind of like different data type because what we usually see kind of like convention where we send when we send something back from the server, from the back end, usually we'll see an object with the data of the field data. But in this particular example, she said that it will send back as a string hello. That's why we don't need to dot data again. It's just the way that data was sent back. But
how do you send? Usually we send by using JSON, and JSON you cannot just do hello. JSON is an object.
Object key.
It's an object. JavaScript object notation. So it has to be the backend will send in a JSON object. So data will be this is a string hello inside of data.
That's the way that backend handle data back. But if backend just want to send a string of hello, they can just send a string of hello.
Okay.
Oh,
that mean that. Mhm. Okay,
Can you
okay.
do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that you can do that.
that's just a, yeah.
Like my
So it's not JSON.
yeah, my later.
Yeah, I mean, when you
Ah.
respond, you need to define the type when you respond to.
Oh, so you can just return a string.
Yeah.
Right.
Can ask
If you
Dylan.
want to.
He works on backend, right?
I don't, yeah. Because
Oh, he's
usually
I'm
I
not-
feel
I'm
like
not-
even just send one string, they always send JSON. That's what my experience.
JSON
No, I
is
mean,
mean. Sorry. Go ahead.
it's just the way they design it. I mean,
Because usually they will have like a status,
like for the best practice, yes, you have to agree that you're gonna send the data in JSON, right? But generally speaking, you can send back whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you can respond back whatever you want to the front end. So yeah, but I mean, you kind of have to be agree that you want to communicate by using
you have to
JSON
know,
data, right?
front
So
end and the back end.
so that's why they have like the API design and those data, I mean, data structure.
And
No, and
typically
then-
we use.
Okay.
Sorry. When we use JSON to handle when we pass data across internet, web browser, or whatever, the JSON is actually will help parsing, will help make everything in a string. So if you already have string, you don't really need to do stringify or whatever because it's already string. But because data from the backend usually is very complex, they will send as an object. But we cannot just send object across. So we need to make it string first, string it. So that the whole object will get everything get quotation. And if you have a field where you will send, for example, age, field age with the number age, when you get back, you want to parse that JSON so that you will get real number back instead of string. So it's mean like you don't need to parse JSON back, but you will get string. It's not like it's not like a magic that when you use .json, it will put in the data object. It's just how JSON do. It just put everything in quotation, so everything will be string.
So JSON
okay.
parse and JSON stringify is like they work together to just match JavaScript object to send, between client and server.
But I have a question about this. Then so we get this object, but when we pass to .then, it's only pick the value.
Right.
This is what we get. So basically, this is what we get from the back end, right?
So that
Right.
that will
String
be
hello.
Or do we get status from the back end too?
Yeah,
Or we just get the data on the
I think
back end?
you get like everything from the back end.
That means the back end return an object.
I think it's
right?
just the way promise implement, I guess. I think you'll be able to get the header from the back end if you like. Is that right? Yeah, you'll be able to get it.
Right.
I don't know.
Yes, I mean, that's why I'm confused, because if you said the whole thing is get back from the back end, that means the back end return an object.
No, because okay, I think this is wrong for fetch, because fetch I have it here. Let me just open it. Because fetch, you have to check the status by yourself. It's not Axios that the status gonna throw an error for you. You have to check the status by yourself if you're using fetch. So it means that it's not only data that you can access the status too if you're using fetch. But if you use Axios, they already encapsulate for you.
So if you use fetch, what do we get in data? If it's the
Let me
or
check.
just the
That's
hello?
really interesting question. We'll dig deep on that.
You can, I think,
because
if you
that's why
search
when we use fetch, we have
fetch-
to usually we have to pass JSON, but when we use Axios, we don't have to do that because they like did a lot of
Already
things before we get data.
what you mean that you handle the status is you mean that you handle in the back end or you handle in
front end. If you
front end?
use fetch, they don't automatically handle it. You have to check that the status is between 200. It means it's success, right? So you have to check that. If I remember correctly, it's like response.status more, I mean more or equal to 100 and less than 300. So it means that it's success. Otherwise, you have to handle it. Is that?
Oh, you cannot use .then, but .then should. I don't
No,
know,
you use .then to get a response, but you
check
don't
the
get data.
right? But
You
that
have
So,
you
oh,
get a response.
You mean like if we
have-
get response at 404, it still go to .then, right?
Right.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. It's not throwing an error if you use fetch. You have to check it by yourself. I do it.
Yeah.
Let me see my API.
So what
That
But I
means,
change to use
but then-
Axios later. So
but that means the
I'm
data
not
must be
really
object then,
sure.
because if there is a
Yeah.
status in there.
then we'll
Yeah.
give you a placeholder of that one
Right.
yeah, I mean,
on complete
yeah,
status value and whatever in there. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's gotta be object. I
you
mean,
also lock the object of that one. So the
Right.
further data will be I mean have that already. Okay. So and then it will go to the console log and console
อะไร
log.
วะไอ้นุ่น
It's just, I think it's part of this one is that whatever data type that we get back, it will store in the value field. So if we happen to get hello as a string, it will just store string hello, but it's hello comes in the form of object with the field of data. That data field with hello, then it will store as a hello. But just to simplify this example, so we skip the part of like you come back with the just kind of like walk through that the data is some the data placeholder inside the display is point to value.
yeah. Anyway,
How do
if
we
you
check?
if
And
you
how
get,
do we check the status then?
I mean, you can go to MDN right now, searching fetch.
You send the chat, send in the chat.
I use different laptop. So
โอ้ยตาย
Again and again
Yeah.
and again.
always
just open your Google Chrome here and then search using fetch, and you scroll down to response objects. So you can see that they have a response
Fetch.
status,
Yeah.
response status text, response okay.
Wait,
What?
fetch
And,
JavaScript, just fetch JavaScript JS.
I think
Can you
it's
let-
like
can you let-
fetch
that's all.
MDN.
And the first one should be MDN.
Yeah, and then you scroll down to response
โอ้โห
object. I think it's like
Alright.
pretty much
Response,
almost the end.
Body
almost the end.
see also.
Yeah.
นี่นี่
yeah.
response object อะไรอ่ะ
Yeah, so you have the
body.
property you will that you
อ๋อ
can use.
response status here no
you can-
in here here
Or respond that
But it's
status.
more than that. It's more than that. You can click the
response dot
response.
okay
You see the link over there.
This
Oh.
one?
Underneath the
Up
header.
there, up top.
over here
So you click it, and you can see which property that you can access from the response of fetch API.
oh here down here this is a
Yeah,
property
so
dot
it's not-
body
The
dot
response
headers
not okay.
dot headers yeah you can get the header dot status
Yeah, so everything, yeah, pretty much everything you can get from response.
yeah so
Yeah, but
sometimes you
I
have to
mean,
do rest dot
for-
body dot
for-
data right
You can go back and
Body
read
dot-
about fetch
dot data.
API. They said is only fulfill for fetch API, whether it's
yeah.
error or, I mean, whether it's error
whether it's 200 or 4 or 4
yeah.
or 500 you always get
success or
in the-
error. Yeah, you
in the
always
dot
get,
then
yes. So you have to check the status by yourself to handle those yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is in the Ajax
talk too on that week a little bit, like the X อะไรนะ
Axios.
XSR request. XSR request is always fulfilled. I think.
I don't know.
Always
Like I mean
check or resolve. Does that mean? Always fulfill.
no, like it, like yeah, whatever status from the back end is the API is fulfilled.
Yeah, and you can read about Axios, and I think they should explain why. I mean that you don't have to handle this.
But I think this we go to a different topic, kind of. But
yeah.
But it's clear
We
for my
almost
question.
done.
It's just clear for my question. Like, but I'm a little confused because here we have the object and like why when it go here we only have a string. Like when did it like pick? When does it change?
I think this is just a pseudo code. Oh, you can console.log data is not wrong. You're gonna get a whole object of that response, right?
Yeah, that's what we
so
think.
it's not wrong.
That was the same.
Yeah.
So now it's console log the data. So
The
whatever
whole
the data
object.
is.
The
Data
whole
object.
object, right?
The response data.
The response
Rest-
object. Yep.
Let's start data. Like just like that.
No, it's just
No,
the
it's
data.
the rest.
It's the whole response object
It's
that you
the
print.
not rest of data.
It's a
It's the
status.
data.
Oh, the whole
The-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
The whole
status.
object that
Yeah, the
we-
whole
Status
object.
tag. Okay.
Yeah.
How are you? Whatever.
Body.
Yeah. Body. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
The response. I just gonna say response.
Cool.
So this way we don't see. If we want to see the data that say hello, we will have to go response dot value.
I mean,
Or
data.
data.
Something. This.
But this one, if you want you respond, you have to change the name here. But if you use data, it's gonna be data.data or data.body.data. I don't know. Yeah, then we have to.
Some data, some body. I think.
No.
You have to see the structure.
I just have to console log.
Okay.
So usually I console log to see first.
If I could remember correctly, you have to use response.json. So
for fetch you have to do .json
to pass
to pass
into the object.
If you don't, if everything already in string, you might don't need it. But if you know that data mixed with value of object or like number, and you want to pass it to be the kind of like the real value, because everything come back in as a string.
So we're done with the console log.
Yep.
And we pop it out.
A garbage collector.
The display.
I have questions for oil. The XHR, the
XHR. XHR.
Is that the file name when you fetch or like promise to the
What
promise?
is XHR stand for?
XML HTTP
request.
XML HTTP request.
XSR request. Go to
it's about
XMR คือ XML HTTP request.
It's an API file.
I will send the link in the chat.
Yeah.
You can see. Because we talk about this in the Ajax. Yeah.
Yeah. And we also have it over here. The web API that we have Ajax, events, and coming.
Like behind the scene fetch is like built from XHR.
Because it's fetch HTTP, something like that.
Otherwise, we have to write a lot of code
I have another one, but I think it's good. If you guys want to do it, you can
delete it first.
Delete this first.
How do I do that?
I cannot do that. Yeah, you do in your code.
No, I mean, if you guys want to do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yay.
Yeah. You want to do it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it. Cause I think
Another 3 hours.
just another hour. But we can do very quick.
Okay,
I can
let's
start,
do
I
it
can
quick.
start.
Okay.
All right.
Display open global execution context, global memory, and then we go to the first line of the global function. If function display, we have a variable display and have function execution.
Function definition.
Function definition.
Leave. Function definition. Yes,
Yeah,
thank
good.
you, Noon. Who next?
Next.
Noon.
And then we go to the next line will be a function. It's called function print hello. It's a store at a function definition.
In the global memory.
In the global memory.
Yep.
Okay.
Next Alice กูเรียกป๊อปคอร์นเลย
The next one, we go to next slide, the function block for 300 milliseconds, and then we put in the global memory as the block for 300 milliseconds, and that is the function definition. And I will pass to gift.
Oh, set time out.
ชอบไปเลย
Okay, so first I think we're gonna have the call stack and then global execution.
This call stack, why you talking about?
What put in call stack?
Set timeout function. Oh no.
Yeah.
What?
Like the browser API.
You're right.
Oh, okay. I mean, just
You scare me.
You have to read the line. What that line do? It's an
Why you
invoke
have to
function, right?
Yeah. Why you put the call stack when the function is invoked? Is that
Yeah.
invoke function?
Now you can.
then you have to go to global execution to have like set timeout and have like parameters to like
Open the execution context, right, for the set timeout.
yeah, and then you have to put like print hello.
That has to be in local, not global.
That's two arguments.
So
Yeah,
what
and,
we do next?
and then we do like the future data.
No, what we do with the set timeout.
Timeout is not finished.
Oh,
Yes.
and set timeout, we gotta go to like web browser API.
We open the
No.
execution context
กู
first.
ทำให้ มึง
ทำเหอะ
whatever
สวยดี
เดี๋ยวกูพูดให้ก็ได้ มึงทำนั่นแหละ ใครต่อดีไม่เอาดีกว่า เอาพี่เคส
พี่เคส
It's so now set time out execution is on call stack, and then since set time out is a facade function, it's no, this is asynchronous, so it will get popped off from the call stack, and then it get passed into web browser API, and then it will be run in the background because it's a asynchronous.
What we sent to.
We send to timer API.
Yes.
Wow.
And what we check in web browser.
We check is complete
and
then on complete. And then
complete
we have a timer of set time out.
น่าจะให้นุ่นพูดอันเนี้ย
Okay, so timer, we send.
Timer is 0.
It was a second.
What we send
Function definition print hello, and also delay of 0 millisecond. Oh, and then
hey guys, real quick, I have to drop. Thank you all for the presentation, though. I learned a lot today.
You're welcome, Dylan.
See you next time, Dylan.
See you.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
อาจจะไม่ค่อยไหวกับความยาว
Okay, what we go next?
So it's
Timer start.
state 0, right? Timer
Mhm.
start and the time
So what
delay only
happened
0.
So what happened in parallel is that inside JavaScript runtime, it's already moved on to the next slide, while the timer also running in the background. So that's why we have synchronous, because we can do something, two things in the background at the same time. It doesn't wait for anything. So now JavaScript is moving on. And then timer is also doing their own thing too. It's just like something, two things happening right now.
Make sure that it happened in the same time now. So that means like why does it do the web API under the hood? The neckline is still continue, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, who?
It's not
So do
blocking.
you wanna finish the timer now?
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
we can
let's
we
do
can
it.
finish
we
it.
can finish it before we move
กิฟอยากทำ
on.
เหรอกิฟอยากลอง
Because it's already smooth.
I kind of like forget about this. Is like is complete and incomplete. What is it about? Is some
It's just a
is complete
status, you
and-
know, like
Check if it's finished.
yeah. So
Oh,
it's
okay, just
basically finished though because it's
it's like
0
0 milliseconds.
It's already finished, right?
yeah
Yeah.
And what on complete?
Yeah. What on complete?
on complete we want
To
just
be
to
the
do the
function.
function
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Print hello.
Pin hello, done.
It's done. When it's done, where we put it?
Give.
In the
Callback
Oh,
queue.
Alice.
Yes, we'll put it in here.
Why we put in the
Why?
callback queue?
Why? And
Because it's like it's asynchronous, and so these are all like asynchronous stuff, so you have to wait until it
No, but
when
why
you're
not
done.
in my
No.
task queue
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Why not in my code task queue though?
Because it's not priority. Priority. It's like wait,
Yeah, right.
I'm
That's
confused.
right.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
when
promise.
do we use in the micro task
It's like promise.
Mhm.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah promise and this one is not promise it's a callback
It's a
it's
callback.
just a callback function
Okay.
go to the callback queue
Just regular asynchronous
Yeah, regular.
function that not a promise based.
So, wait. So what is it in micro task queue? Only like promise.
yeah
The API thing, you know.
yeah promise
Promise.
Anything
everything
that
Ajax.
instantiate with promise, like if you you can create your own promise function from scratch,
yeah
or fetch API is a promise based. It's fetch is API that written by JavaScript developer, and then under the hood is a promise.
it use promise the developer write with a promise and but this one everything in here you will have callback and promise in here because it's all async, right? Both
Yes.
callback and promise are async. This is all async, and then you separate here. It depends on which kind of async.
So like set time out and set interval. It's just simple asynchronous API. The way that you kind of like you have to check on the documentation that what is this is promise based or not. You have to check like every time when you read someone else written asynchronous function, you have to see if this is a promise based. You have to read it. It's not like, and then when you use time out, you go to MDN documentation, and then it will tell you is this just regular promise, irregular asynchronous. It's not a promise based. That's how you kind of like know if it's promise or not. It's not like something you just know it, but you have to read the documentation.
Okay, so it's like right now I'm kind of confused about like SEOs or anything like that. So everything is like promise, right? All of those things that when you fetch the data.
When you fetch the data,
we get back the promise.
So it means everything, all of that is like micro tasks.
It will go to the micro task queue when it's done.
Because it's promise.
Yeah, because it's based on the promise. It's created based on promise.
Oh, okay.
So cool. Now,
Okay.
what next?
Who next?
Alice.
Giftมา Alice ก็ได้ No
Okay.
Alice
Alice อยากทำ Alice อยากทำ
Alice.
อ่ะ
whatever.
Okay. Okay. I think first thing, can you remove the set timeout from the global execution? Because we already done, right? The garbage collector, because we already moved into the web browser API.
Right.
And then, okay, right now it's a call, print hellos in the callback queue. And then the event loop is going to go check in the call stack. If the call stack is empty, it's going to move the print hello to the call
that's not
stack.
Yeah,
Not yet,
but
not
we're
yet.
not done yet.
Yeah,
We
the
have-
global
Okay.
done.
Oh, yeah, that's one
This
thing
one.
I'm confused too. We're not done, and then we just like leave it.
Yeah, we have to check
No, because
all
why
the global.
Yeah, the global have to
hello.
print.
Oh, okay. All right. And next we go to we have a variable declared as the const variable named future data. We put in the global memory and then set that equal to undefined.
Cool.
And then after that, you have fetch function. You're going to put in the call stack. In the call stack.
Sorry.
And then it's going to open local execution context fetch function. And then it's going to remove from the garbage collector because we're going to move to the web browser API. And then when
what
we
we
move to the,
yeah. Okay.
and then you're going to have XHR.
So we will pop it out from the stack too.
Yes,
right?
you pop from the call stack too. Pop out.
Yeah. And then we send
then-
it to
We send it to web browser API. And we're going to have XHR. It's hard. And then you're going to have is complete and on complete.
But what we get back immediately after we fetch data?
We going.
So first we send to SHR, right?
What's
the second one?
What the first data will be? Right?
Oh, we're going to get the status.
The
We
promise
Placeholder, right?
object, right?
Oh, the
Promise
promise object.
So we'll have it over here.
Yeah. So maybe we can cross out undefined that holding out so that now undefined.
Now it's not
become a promise.
undefined.
To be the
Right, it's become a promise object that's still waiting for
Okay.
data.
Okay. And that means inside the promise object have a status of pending.
Yeah.
And it have a value of undefined. Okay.
And we said
and then in a web browser you will have is complete and incomplete, right? And for the is complete will be crossed out because it's not complete yet.
Yeah, we don't know, right? We have to send it send the request to the web browser first, right? Send to the
server.
Twitter, to the server. And we wait, so it's not complete yet. Okay. What we do next on the next slide?
Can I do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Itchy. Next slide, we go to we will read future.data. So JavaScript will look at, is there any future.data in global memory? Because right now we inside global memory, right? So we look at, is there any future data? Okay, that's a future data. It's an object that have property, status, and value. and then now I will call JavaScript will call dot then on that future data object. So now future data dot then will be on call stack. And then future data dot then will be open in the global execution context. And what it will do is have arguments display passing. So we open execution context. And because we don't really know what is the function definition in the .den, because we're not a person who write .den API, but what it will really do is that it will assign a field that call on fulfillment inside future data. So inside future data will have on fulfillment, and assign it to function definition called display. That's right. Yep. And now it pop up the call stack.
Question. The unfulfillment right now is the result, right?
No, the function definition is not even known yet.
It will be either, it will be, and actually it's array of function definition. So it's not just a function display.
I forgot about that.
It's a what?
Why is array?
It's array.
Oh, array.
I think it might add, if you have dot catch, like if you do future data dot then and pass in callback function,
dot catch, it will go to on fulfillment too.
It's on fulfillment is where it's where this API keep I'm not quite clear on that. I think you might be able to pass something else more than just function definition, but it's actually it's an array, but not sure what else it can put on the fulfillment, because on fulfillment
from the name it doesn't sound like, it sounds like for on resolve. In my opinion.
Hold on.
Sure,
fulfillment is a property that is the real property. That
it's a real property.
Oh. So you can do further.data.on fulfillment.
Well, you not be able to call on fulfillment yourself. It will be inside the API, but because the promise have kind of like logic itself, that is know that when you pass display is.
I found it the thing, because remember .then, I think .then you can put two arguments. Remember we can do .then .cache or .then, and then the second argument is a callback for error. If you don't want to do .cache, so that's why I think
so. I think so.
Because .then it access
you have
to
two style. You can do .then .cat on
on one .then in one .then.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it expect two.
And on fulfillment is always going to be the step, right? Like you first time you get the state appending value undefined, and then when you passing the function to .then, you're going to have an on fulfillment.
I think initially it might be on fulfillment there, but it's just empty array.
Yeah.
And then when you pass display on the next slide, it will push that
function.
And the first function is always for the resolve, and the second function is for the reject.
Okay.
Been a while.
Yeah.
It's good to come back this again. Okay.
Okay, next.
And then now we can pop future dot then off from the cost from the get garbage collector on that line.
I just gonna erase it because we have no place.
Okay.
Okay, this is then pop all of it. Okay. And
You
go
want-
under the web browser API, right? Okay.
Okay. Now, I should keep it, but yeah, doesn't matter. Okay.
Why
Now
did
next,
it?
next slide. Block for 300. So I'll do it.
Side way.
Block. The next slide is block. We invoke block for 300. We'll put invoke in a call stack. We'll put block in a call stack. Block for 300. And then open execution context. Open execution context. So, and then we look at global memory, and we see that we declare the function definition in there, and we're gonna invoke that function, right? But we didn't. It just said that block JS thread for 300 with long for loop. So we'll do for loop in here. Oops. For loop in here, and it didn't return anything. So we'll go to the next slide, which is we pop it up.
Wait, I'm confused. Why do we have to do for loop in?
Oh,
you
just wanna block. We just wanna say that we're gonna block this after we do.
Here.
We do. Yeah.
You can do anything that
You can do whatever in there. Just for the timer run.
Whatever to make
It's just a synchronous
100 milliseconds.
JavaScript.
It's just imagination.
Imagination. Yes.
Okay.
Just to show that if this one, for example, if this have like 10 million for loop, it might take 1 minute. So it will not go this line until
before it go to this
1
line.
minute it finished until the for loop is finished.
Okay. Now the for loop is done.
And the event loop now is looking, right? It's always looking, right?
It keep looking.
Keep looking still. It still have something on the call stack, so it won't put that print hello yet. So now the garbage collector just eat that thing up, and then we take this one out of the call stack, and we go to the next line, which is who wants to go? Shia.
Should I
Can we do this? Can we do like can we do like in between this like this one maybe it's finished,
Yeah, we can come back. Okay, we can do this one. Okay, Shia, you do the fetch thing.
I'm working. Okay.
You here? You here with us?
So what you've been doing? Set timeout. Set timeout.
No, now it's like a fetch
Set
data.
timeout already done.
Yes, we done. Set timeout, we done.
Okay.
We talk about this one.
Second.
We talk about this one. XSR.
The future data.
Yeah.
So let's say it's done.
Because we finished this.
Let's say that we got that,
and we assume that we finished. We got the data from the back end, while we're doing this 2 line because it takes very long time.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. So you already finished the block one, right? So we grab the future data from global memory and put it on the call stack, right?
We have to check first, right? If it's completed.
Oh, okay, it's for the event loop. You said it's completed.
No, it's complete, but we didn't check yet. It complete that the data come back to us.
The data come back.
So the data come back to us and everything finished, right? So, and then we call the future data from this function, right? So from this function and put it on the call stack.
Yeah, we will say that we will have to update it first, right?
Yeah,
Update
we
the
get the
status.
data and then on complete. Yeah, we get the object
Status is
status resolved.
resolved.
Or you update the future data object, right?
Because
Ah.
before this one is still undefined. But
Mhm.
now we just got the data from the back end. That's what we're trying to do now. Like in between this to this.
And now we send this one, right? We send this one to the micro task queue.
Ah.
Because it's a promise.
Return the promise function.
เชื่อค
เล่นอะไรกันเนี่ยใช่ปะ
No. Yeah, I didn't listen. I didn't follow this
Yeah.
one.
It's okay.
Ah,
I
right.
didn't go this
Ah.
deep either.
Go next.
And then
Okay.
so oh
ใครมึง
ไอ้นุ่น
นู่นก็ได้อ๋อ
ไม่
มึง
กู
เรี
ได้
ยก
ยิ
ไม่
น
ใช่
มึง
เหร
บ
อ
อกมึง
มึงบอกกูเน็กไม่ใช่เหรอ
กูเน็ก
กูบอก go next
อ๋อ
go
go next
โกเน็กเอาคุณนุ่นบอกกูเน็กไม่อยากฟังไอ้เหี้ย
ำไม่ได้แล้วเสนอตัวแล้วนุ่น
where am I
this slide
we go to the next line because after the block for 300
finish, right?
finish already pop out the stack, then it go to the next line is gonna be the console log me first and then put into the call stack console log, and then it will open the execution for the console log, and that it will display the argument me first into the console.
agreement เลย
กลัวไม่สุภาพไงจะอ่านก็ไม่ได้ต้อง
so we open it and then we get the
yeah, agreement.
this
อ๋อ
Yeah.
โน้น argument พอ
Agreement.
argument
argument
เป็นคนสุภาพ
มันก็ไม่สุภาพอยู่ดีนะ
And it will console log
argue ไม่ต้องกูก็ได้ argument
and we console log that, and then it's not return nothing. It will. It's not.
Huh?
Yeah. It's not. It will pop out of the stack.
wait
The garbage.
garbage collector
And the event loop is a looking. I say edit. It's go to the next line. No more.
กิฟมากิฟนั่งดูเล็บแล้ว
Next. Who next?
คลิปมองเล็บมึงต่อเลย
ตอบเลย
ผัวจะถามไงว่าจะกินกงฉะหรือเปล่าเลยแบบสั่ง
กูชาคืออะไรวะ
Kung cha tea.
กงฉะ
อ๋อโอเค
อร่อย
Okay.
ต่อกูลืมไปเรคคอร์ดอยู่
We are more done. We are more done. Come on.
almost
Kung cha later.
okay next gift we
Where-
done the next slide what we do
we done
next
the console log
okay and finish the console when you finish the console log you have to put the display back to call stack.
you can put it right away
why
Yeah,
do we have to
because
check anything first
I thought it's completed and it's moved to the micro stack.
When
Like
it's
micro
completed,
task.
the event loop will look into the call stack first. Is there anything else?
look first
Mhm.
so
No more
we don't have anything in call stack except the global
Yeah, so
So-
we move the display to the call stack.
and
And
then
then we
the
can
event
look
loop look first
Then look first to the micro task queue. Is micro task queue have something to run to put to the call stack?
give say it again repeat afternoon
yeah repeat
just
everything
repeat
again
So the event loop will look for the micro task first and
no look for this
No,
look
loop
for-
first
look for the call stack first, and if don't have anything, we'll get the data. I mean like function from micro task to.
no look this one and then look
and then look
this one look first
have to look because sometimes
just
it
take
have
nothing.
it something
yeah if it's
sometimes it
nothing,
doesn't have
yeah
so So we look.
Do the right word.
อันนี้กำลังสอนให้กิน communicate อยู่
Yeah, otherwise like it can be they will might be like misstanding, like things like that, because the event with for looking like kind of.
Okay.
Eye. Remember we have an eye over here.
Yep.
Watching if the call stack is empty or not. Empty mean only have global in there, like nothing else. You have to execute.
And then you what?
So what's next? Okay. Try again.
So event loop will look for the call stack first. If there's like something there, if there's nothing there, we'll look in like micro tags queue and move the display function to the call stack.
ใครมาก็ได้แหละเพราะว่ามันเป็นคนที่พูดแบบว่าไม่ค่อยพูดแล้วคนอื่นฟังยากกันนะเหมือนไม่ค่อยอธิบายอะไรอ่ะเหมือนมึงไม่อธิบายอ่ะแบบมึงลุกทูแล้วมึงก็ move detail แล้ว detail มาจากไหนคือมึงก็น่าจะที่แบบว่าlook in call stack นะ call stack ไม่มีอะไรแล้วก็เลยไปลุกที่ micro task queue พอเราลุกที่ micro task queue แล้วเราก็เจอว่ามันมี display อยู่ใน queue เราก็ต้องเอา display เนี่ยมาทำต่อเอามาย้ายคือมึงก็แบบต้องให้มันเป็นสเต็ปเพราะไม่งั้นมันจะเหมือนมึงพูดแล้วมึงข้ามแล้วถ้าคนที่เขาไม่รู้เรื่องอ่ะเขาก็จะงงว่ามึงพูดอะไรแบบแล้วดิสเพลย์อยู่ดีๆโผล่มาจากไหนมันอยู่ดีๆมาจากไหน
and maybe because display is the first in the queue ใช่ไหมอาจจะมี something else like อาจจะมีเพราะฉะนั้นเราก็ต้อง look into task
in case it's have like another function.
But then
so it's first in first out.
That's the
first in first out.
That's the queue idea. Okay, then
Okay.
Then
now we put display in a call stack and what we do with it.
What else? What the next step?
And next step we move
Change color.
display to call stack. Right, so micro stack don't have anything now. You have to
pop out.
Yeah, it will take.
And then it will to the global execution. Oh no, it will look into the global memory and we have like display function there.
And then what we do?
And then we'll go to like global execution and have like a local
open
the display function.
Execution
open local
execution พูดสิพูด
อะไรนะ
จะได้ฝึกปากมันจะได้ฝึกจริง
execution อะไรนะ
execution context เนี่ย
execution context
so it's like execution context and then we'll have like console log on the left side and parameter on the right side.
on the left side
Where's the console log on the left
it's in
side?
the local.
Is that console log is the invoke function? Yeah.
So if it's function, if we have to invoke, what we do with it? First thing.
Memory.
So I think it's like we have to open the like inside like a local in the display.
We'll put
into
it in call stack first.
Oh, okay. So we have to go like call stack first.
To invoke and then it will open.
And when and then we'll open the local console log.
execution context.
Don't forget
Execution context. And parameter data on the right side.
In the memory.
memory this one execution context and the right side is memory.
Still me.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good for you. We can help you.
Okay, and then
Or this wanna help.
Where the data come from?
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
we're
you
missing
call
one
my name, right?
step. Before we call console log, we have to do processing parameter first, right? We have to processing data
Processing the parameter.
Oh,
Yep.
inside local memory. So
Mhm.
data will be
oh
processing.
wait. Oh yeah.
Data will be object of data.
And then now it will look where's the value of data.
That's the value of data. Yep. It's
So,
come from the parameter, right?
Value. Wow.
Because when we call display, we call inside display is what's inside, like it was registered inside the .then. It's actually it's kind of like do the grab data from the
Right?
value.
Closure,
You don't know. Yeah. It's just kind of like tricky here because data is from future.
Even it's
future
already
data the value.
out, right?
Yeah,
No,
it's kind of because
And then-
on live future.then and we pass display, right? So .then what .then do is not only just kind of like save store display function definition, it's also kind of grabbing value inside future data that
So
will be
display can
passing
use
as a yeah, so display
the
can
function can use that.
right it's do that thing for you behind the scene.
Not no another function. Yeah, it just seemed like I kind of like last time we talked about the closure thing that encapsulate the function like data.
Yeah.
oh, and then
will console data object.
The console data will go into like the console, and it will the display data will go like garbage.
What is in console?
Garbage
show?
execute.
No, it don't garbage display. You have to garbage in the call stack. You have to look. The top one have to finish first.
Oh, okay. So it go to like call stack. So the console log will go into the garbage, and next the
Wait. I miss it. So what was this console log data
console log.
give back in console?
Log data give back the value wow on the right side.
Okay, now we're
Not
done.
on the right side, no left side, right side. What is on the right side?
On the console. And then the console log will pop out from call stack, go to garbage.
This thing is go to garbage when you say this one go to garbage, right?
Yeah.
We're done. I'm gonna delete all of it because we have one more thing.
I have a question.
And then
For this case, last time we discussed about data, and when we print console.log data, that's why we saw wow, we not get the whole object, right?
We do, but yeah, we just kind of like simplify it.
Kind of story of backend, whatever backend send back to us, it can really just send string, not an object. But convention, it will send as an object of data. You can just send string alone. You can kind of like, we can discuss this further.
But I think it's a simplified because I think data is gonna be always object in this case because fetch is returning object, right?
Value.
I feel like it's take value.
It's take value. Whatever return inside value, that it pass in as a.
But then how do we check the status? How do we? So we cannot check the status.
If you look at how backend code written, they have so many way of sending response. you can send response as a response object with status. And then you can send response with the response body, or you can just send string alone.
Yeah, I understand that part, but I think all the data that backend send back is gonna be under the data property, you know. But but when I say about like when fetch return object, it's not about the backend, it's about the browser, the JavaScript. It's not what backend define. What backend define is gonna be under body, response body, I think. But we can actually, you know what? I think we should.
You know what? I think that the CodeSmith video that I watched, she say about that. We can watch that later and.
Or we can do like
but I don't remember.
Do CodePen, right? Because we can use fetch to anything. We can use fetch to
okay, can I share my screen real quick? I think I kind of like do further of that. Because we kind of like have picture of the convention that people will do a lot of time. So we got used to see that kind of, but it actually, the way you do it, you kind of like use res.status.send, and then now your response here on this side, you will get status and send, or you can just do this, just send it like this, just a string. But nobody really want to do just that because we do complex application, but it's just the way to show like you can just do this too.
So this is depend on the header though. This one is the text or HTML.
Right. If you just send here just like that, it will make it as a
then you cannot access
HTML.
the JSON. You cannot just like less.json because it's not.
You don't need that. You don't need JSON because it's already string. You need JSON because you want to change the real data type. If you send it as a number, then you want to parse it back as a number. Then you want to use JSON.
That less will equal hello world string. So you can save it and use it in anywhere. Does that mean? Right. If you console log less, it will be hello world string.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I understand this part because you can send anything, but in the front end, when you get the rest, you know, I think it has its own structure already, like status and then body data or something like that. And then this one, it will be under like the body data.
Then which means when you send it, you have to kind of like elaborate on sending, like for example, this line like that.
Yeah. So that's why I say like when we get data, it's always going to be object, you know, object data. And then you're going to have a lot of attributes in here, status. And then whatever you send in here is going to be under the data property inside the response.
We'll have to.
Yeah, I think we should like just open a CodePen. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I do it right now too. And it just say like object respawn. Like I console log thing.
Can you share screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop sharing screen.
So we all can see it.
Like here, I just leave everything like it is, and the console log here from like me first, and I try to like console log future data, what we get, and it just say like object.
What is twitch.com where you get twitter.com from?
Yeah, I think
I think this is the
example.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to find the real one.
You have to build your own.
You know what?
You have to build your own server.
Because Noon has own server and she responds just a text, right? Yeah, Noon, you should open.
Okay.
I am already there, right? And we do.
If you do just dot less, this one it will dot. I do dot because I need the status text. That's why.
Yeah, can you do just rest?
If you do just less, it will give you the whole object.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean because Noon only return the string.
Can you go your server.js?
Then this.
Yes. She only send the string.
Yep.
And then post rest dot send. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what you get back?
Get back the list, right? If you do
When
the
you
list,
open the,
see, I will show you. It will just pop up all the whole object here.
with
Hold on.
อะไรอะ post fail
Oh, I closed that.
close the server.
So turn on the server first. I don't know how to. I forgot.
ไปดู package JSON ไปดู package JSON
we can open the terminal here, right?
Rest console.
Yeah.
Rest.
On the bottom.
npm อะไรสักอย่าง
No, it's okay.
Not
Node
Mon.
Oh,
Uh.
rest request body. Okay, rest dot send. Okay.
Here we go. Oh, hold on. But I need to open this too.
no it's good
The npm start for the React. I close it too.
but it still works
Can you
oh you close it?
Whatever.
Can you try
no, can you open the network tab, please?
Yeah, cool.
yeah it works
No, can you open network tab?
Oh, hold on.
network
Yeah,
tab
so and then you refresh it and request again, so you can see
refresh
how they request and actually respond.
Yeah, so I have to open another new terminal.
Here you can click plus sign next to now.
Here we go. Okay, cool. Come now. Good. What are we doing?
just type something and
No.
You don't have to
go to
check it.
perform demo
Anyway, yeah, click form
form
demo.
demo click
So if you don't give status,
respond
if you don't give status, it's gonna you have to
No, not this one.
go
go to I think we can go to console. That's what we want to see in the callback function, right? That's what we get.
This is a response that is give back.
Can you open?
Body.
Yeah, I think this is what where you.
Okay.
And everything is, I think, is
No,
in the body.
Yeah,
can you click here?
because if you go to network and then you go to the right tab, you're gonna see like the actual HTTP request that they send and HTTP request that you get back. Because once you call fetch, whatever receive is pass fetch, and that's the fetch implementation that put everything in object for you. I mean, if you get the text back, you can I think you have to use like respond.text to get the text out of that response.
Yeah.
If you get the JSON object, I mean, you have to communicate between back-end developer and front-end developer, whichever data you want to send, and then they're gonna fetch API already put everything for you. They're gonna have the logic that you call .json. It's gonna retrieve the data and pass it as a JSON for you. If you
ภาษาไทยเลยได้ปะวะ เริ่มงงแล้ว
It's just
where am I now?
อะไรให้มาทำอะไรเนี่ยในเน็ตเวิร์กทำอะไรนะจะฟังไม่ทันละ
คลิก
ตรงไหน
form demo เมื่อกี้ network คลิก form demo
มันเป็นอย่างนี้วะ
ไม่ใช่อย่างนั้น
อ๋อมึงปิดนี่ก่อนมึงปิดไว้ก่อน
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And response, it's a string of receive.
You can click header.
มันแค่ data response.
Yeah, it's you see it's gonna have the response header over here, right? And then the request header here, and then the body, the actual body is gonna be in response.
The body only.
Response?
No. This is what browser get back from that API. The response tab is gonna be like the
what in the body.
Yeah. So
of this
if you change, Nun, can you go back to the server.js?
To the server code. Your server code.
To the server.js.
VS Code. ช่วยนุ่น
And go to server.js, and then you go down to .send, right? You change to .json no you send .send
อ๋อเขียนตรงนี้ใช่ไหม
Send
ต่อใช่ไหม
no oh my god just remove .send remove send
อ๋อ
substitute
.json
to JSON
JSON ไง
okay and then you create the object inside
object
that callback
ข้างบ
that
นหรือ inside ก็ได้
argument
instead
no
of string
just an object curly braces
remove string
curly braces
send the object
and then you type text you don't have to remove it God. like the
เขียนใหม่
text
ก็ได้
key
ไม่ object ธรรมดา ไม่ต้องมี string มันไม่ใช่ JSON object ธรรมดาเพราะมันแปลงให้เรา
Okay what you want me to do then text
yeah whatever you want to put it in
success
success
and you save it and then you call it again let's see what it responds
hold on
มึงต้องไปที่เว็บ
สุดท้ายเลยอันล่าง form demo ปุ๊บยังไม่
ยังไม่ได้
ได้เซ็นจะร้อน
on demo อ่ะ
มึงต้องคลิกป่ะไม่ต้อง
did you save it
มึงคลิกป่ะ
ต้อง refresh ได้หรือเปล่า
แต่มันโหนดมอนแล้วนะ มันโหนดมอนแล้วนะ
มันบอก compile on นี่ไม่ใช่ not that one why what the heck
no it shouldn't show the same text anyway
refresh
can I see again
reset front
can I
end
see again?
front end ห
ต้
รือ อง เปล่า
stop แล้ว
ไม่
run
เมื่อ
ใหม่
กี้มึง
ไม่
มึง
รู้
ไม่ได้
ใช่นะเพ
อาจ
ราะ
จะ
ว่ามันโหนดมอนอยู่แล้ว
อ๋อ not
โหนด
one
มอน
ช่วย
อยู่
ต
แล้ว
รงนั้น
เดี๋ยวนะเราเขียนผิดห
มี
รือเปล่า
โนดมอน
อย่าง
โอ
ว่า
เค
คลิก from ลองส่งใหม่ก็ได้
ส่ง
เอาเขียนใหม่ text
มึงต้องคลิกป่ะไม่ต้องเหรอ
เป็นอะไรวะ
คลิกไอ้ form demo
คลิก
อัน
submit
เดิม
ไปแล้ว
ลองดู
คลิก submit
คลิกไปแล้ว
เมื่
เมื่
อ
อ
กี้
กี้
เอาใหม่
คลิกแล้ว มันได้อันเดิม
What
อะไร
is-
นี้
what the heck
อย่างนี้
ไอ้ยังอ่ะ I don't know นะ
งงแท้ไอสัตว์กูก็ไม่ถนัด back end ด้วยดิเขียนยังไงเดี๋ยวกูกำลังไปดูโค้ดเก่ากูก่อนว่ากูส่งยังไง .less .status .json
เพราะว่า
แต่ JSON มันก็
นี่หรื
ส่
อง เปล่า
ได้เลยนี่
ไม่รู้พี่อ่ะ
ไม่เกี่ยวดิคือตอนนี้โค้ดมึงไม่อัปเดต
header มันเป็น
ไม่แต่โค้ดมึงก็ไม่อัปเดตอยู่ดี
อืม
ทำไมมันยังเป็น receive your form มันมาจากไหนเข้าใจเพราะมันไม่มีในโค้ดเราแล้วอะ
catch
ลองไปเปลี่ยนหัวข้อด้วยไหมเปลี่ยน header
ใช่ป่ะพอคิดว่าเปลี่
แต่
ยน
ว่ามันก็ไม่ต้องเปลี่ยนนะ ปกติเราก็ส่งกูเขียน back end กูก็ไม่ได้
ลอง
ใส่
ดู
นะ
ขอดูก่อนอีกทีหนึ่ง post
กูก็ ปกติกู less status json อะหรือว่าส่ง status ได้ไหมลอง less status ดิก่อนคำว่า json อะ json ก็ต้องมีนะstatus แล้วก็วงเล็บ200
อ๋อเล็บหลัง
ไม่
ฝั่ง
ต้อง
ห
มี
ลัง
ด
ส
อท
เตตัสดิ
200 เหรอวะมัน
มึง
แค่
ต้อง
วงเล็บ
มันต้องอยู่ตรง
ดอทข้างหน้า
มึงจะดอท
มัน
อะไร
ไม่
เย
ต้
อะ
อง
แยะ
นี่มันไม่ต้องดอท200
อย่าเย็น
เดฟด้วยลองสิ
running on port 8000 อันนี้ port
อ๋อพอร์ต different ไง
front
จะได้
end
มันจะได้ไม่
อ่าฮะ
ไอ
เลือกก็ได้ไม่ต้องพิมพ์หรอกมึงก็เลือกเอาแต่นั้นแหละไอ้สัตว์
ใจร้อนเหลือเกิน
ใจร้อนมากอะไม่มึงลองกดอันนี้ดิอันที่2ดิเดโมอันที่2อันที่ข้างบนอ่ะ
เนี่ย อ๋อ
เนี่ย
เปล่า
ทำไมมันส่ง2อันวะทำไมมันส่ง2อันมึงมี
มีสอง
เซิร์ฟเวอร์กี่
อันเหรอ
ประเด็น
โอเค whatever so เนี่ยเราก็จะเห็นว่ามันก็ส่งมาเป็นJSON แบบเนี้ยอยู่ใน response แต่จริงมันไม่ใช่JSON มันเป็น text อะ
แล้วเราขอไปดูคอนโซลได้ปะ
โอเค
ขอไปดูในคอนโซลได้ไหม
ได้
ที่เราปริ้นมาดูเมื่อกี้เปิดออกมาด้วยขอดูหน่อยแต่มันเราดูไม่ได้เนอะเราต้องเอามาพาสก่อน body ป่ะยังไงวะ
ลองกดดู
เป็น
ดิ
อย่างนี้
ไอ้
นะ
จุดๆอ่ะมันก็ลองกดดูดิตรงจุด
ดู
ๆมัน
ไม่
ก
ได้
ดได้เลยมีอะไรบ้าง
readable
readable stream lock
พอปลดใครเป็นป่าเลย
มันน่าจะ
อะไรคือปารุปารี front end มันต้อง dot แล้วลองถ้าเราปริ้น dot body มามันจะเป็นยังไงวะลองได้ไหม code front end อะ less dot body
อันไหนวะ
ข้างล่าง
let dot body body กี่โดกี้
เลือกเลยไม่ต้องพิมพ์นะเลือกเลยนะ
จ้า
ไม่ได้ มันต้องทำไงวะต้องดอทเจสันใช่ป่ะ
JSON ไง
ข้างหน้ามันต้องทำไง
จ้า
ต้องบอดี้แล้วดอทเจสันหรอ
ไม่
หรือว่าต้อง
จด
body
JSON เฉยๆเลย less.json แล้วก็
less.json
call function อ่ะ
JSON
call function
เข้าไป
แค่นี้ละไป
เลือกเลย
มึงต้องรีเฟรชด้วยเหรอวะเฮีย
ไม่มันจะได้สวยๆ promise
สวย
มัน return promise เพราะว่าพอเราใส่ dot json ตรงนั้นไปแล้วอ่ะ
ใช่
dot json อ่ะ
แล้ว
itself
ก็
มัน
ต้องไปเอา
return
data
promise
มาใช้
ใช่
จากที่ return.json ออกมา
แล้วมึงต้องดอทเด่นแล้วก็ data แล้ว
แล้ว
ก็
ก็ dot เด่นเอา
อ๋อ
data
ต้องดอท
มา
เด่น
console
ใช่
ไม่ยังไง
ใช่เพราะว่าถ้าใช้เฟซมึงต้องดอทเด่น2 รอบถูกแล้ว
ถ้ามึง
ไม่ทีนี้ลองกลับไปดูก่อน
ได้
ทีนี้ลองกลับไปดูว่าถ้า
ดอทเด่นแล้วก็ data อันเนี้ยจะเป็น data แล้ว
ไม่แต่ว่ามึงต้อง return less.json ไม่ใช่ console log less.json
ใช่ return เอา console log ออก return promise แล้ว
เป็น
ก็
data
data แล้วก็ pass data ไป console log data
console log data ออกมาถูกป่ะ
ก็จะเห็น data
ใช่นี่แหละเฟซก็ไม่ค่อยได้ใช้เหมือนกันแต่
กู
หลายสเต็ปเกิน
บ่อยอยู่
ส่วนใหญ่ Excel แล้ว
กูไม่เคยใช้เดี๋ยวต้องไปเรียน Excel
ได้แล้ว
ทีนี้ลองเปลี่ยนจาก .json เป็น .text อะ
ถูกนี่แหละอยากทำอันนั้นแหละ เพราะว่าเราทำบ่อยแล้วไงอันเนี้ยถูกป่ะdot text นะ
JSON เป็น text
มันต้องมี
จะเป็นยังไงวะกูไม่รู้
ก็น่าจะออกมาเป็นแบบ text ทั้งก้อนแล้วก็มี curly braces
แต่เราต้องไปเปลี่ยนซิมโบลก่อนเปล่า
ไม่ต้องลองแบบไม่ต้องอ่ะเพราะว่าคิดว่ามันน่าจะ
อยากจะรับมาเป็น text นะ
ไม่มันคิดว่ามันไม่น่าจะรับมาเป็น text แต่ว่ามันน่าจะแปลงเป็น text ให้มันก็จะเป็น text มาให้อันนี้ก็คือ
เป็น
เป็น
text ไงเห็นป่ะมันไม่ใช่ object
คือเหมือนกับว่าอะไรก็ตามที่มันส่งมาใน body อ่ะ Fetch มันจะมี API ให้เรายิงก็ .text .json อะไรอย่างเงี้ยคือมันจะเอาไม่ว่าอะไรก็ตามที่มันส่งมาจะเป็น JSON object หรือว่าจะเป็น text แบบที่พี่เคสบอกอ่ะถ้าเรา call .text อ่ะมันก็คือจะเอาไอ้ตัวนั้นมาแปลงเป็น text ให้ถ้าแปลงได้อะไรอย่างเงี้ย
ถ้าคอ .json ก็แปลงจากนั้นมาเป็น
ไม่เพราะมันเป็น text อยู่แล้ว
มันจะแปลงทุกอย่าง
มันมากลับไปดูที่
ตอนที่มันส่งมามันเป็น text
ลองเซน success จาก success เป็น1เป็นตัวเลขอ่ะแทนที่จะส่งมา string อ่ะเราจะเห็นความแตกต่างว่าทำไมเมื่อเราอยากจะใช้ JSON
เอาอะไรนะเปลี่ยนอะไรจากนี้เป็น1ใช่ป่ะ
เป็นตัวเลขตอนนี้คือเราต้องการส่งเป็น number ถูกไหม type ในจุดประสงค์เราอ่ะเวลาเราเขียนอย่างเงี้ย
กูจะรีเฟรชแต่ว่ามันคืออันนี้ งง
ไม่ไปดูในคอนโซลดูในคอนโซลคือในนี้มันจะดูเป็น
เพราะว่าใน
ทั้งหมดอยู่ดี
มันโชว์ให้แล้ว
ก็เป็น1
ต้อง type
แต่เราทำเป็น
JSON แล้วป่ะ
อันนี้ทำเป็น text ใช่ไหมเราต้องไป .json
อัน1มันไม่มี quotation ตอนแรกนึกว่าจะมี quotation ไง
ไม่มีก็เหมือนมันก็คือเป็น JSON stringify ส่งมาให้ไงเวลาที่เราแบบ .json ที่ส่งมาจากข้างหลังอะ
แต่ JSON มันก็ส่งเลขได้นี่หว่า
JSON ส่งเลขได้ไหมถ้าส่งได้เราก็ไม่ต้อง pass
ใช่มันส่งได้ไงจำได้ละใน Postman มันใส่เลขได้มันแค่ต้องใส่แค่ตรงคีย์เฉยๆเองนะ
JSON
ตั้งนานไม่มีใครได้ยินเนี่ย
หมายว่า
ถามไปทำไมไม่ตอบเลย
อย่างนี้เราจะส่งตัวเลขหรือไม่ตัวเลขอ่ะสุดท้ายมันคือสตริงเลย
แป๊บนึงนะ
มันก็คือสตริง
มันคือสตริงไอตัวเลข1อ่ะมันเป็นสตริง